Hi, this is Christy again, coming on just to say hello and just talk about a little bit about myself. In other videos you've seen, I talk about my struggles through life and um, growing up in a dysfunctional family, and every friendship and every relationship I had was uh, dysfunctional, narcissist. Like, I had parents that were narcissists, my siblings narcissists, um, any romantic relationships I've had, all narcissists, friendships, narcissists. So anybody need any help about narcissists, I could help you out there. But um, I have realized that I was making myself sick, actually. They did say I was born with this protein C deficiency, which I get blood clots, so I have to be on Coumadin. And I started taking that when I was 16 years old, so my entire adult life I was sick, in and out of the hospital, fighting to stay alive, um, getting blood clots in my legs and in my lungs, and just fighting to stay alive. I remember one time they had me in a bed and I was upside down with my feet in the air because my circulation was so bad. And today I've like totally transformed my life. I lost 150 pounds by myself. Um, I am eating healthier. I am getting around. They wanted to take my legs 9 years ago, take both of my legs, but that didn't happen. That wasn't going to happen. And I just kept on fighting forward. Always taking the high road, staying positive. And it's just so crazy to think back on all my struggles I've been through, in and out of the hospital, the doctors telling me that I was dying, and God willing, I didn't die. Been close plenty of times. Sorry about that. I had to put you on pause for a minute. But so fast forwarding until 2015, I lost my daughter. She died suddenly in her sleep. But I believe there's something else that had happened. I can't prove it, but a mother knows. And dealing with that was like my heart was ripped out of my chest. And I just couldn't understand why God would take her. I didn't understand why I fought my entire life, because after I had her is when I became real ill and sick. And it wasn't until I had reached out to a medium, and she had told me that my daughter, she was around me but couldn't get close to me because I had so much hate in my heart and resentment. And I had to let that go. So I had turned it around into a positive. I became an extreme couponer. An extreme couponer I was. Like on the show and everything. But I had to work through all that hurt and pain and turned it around. I just always tried to turn negativity into positivity. Even how much pain and hurt there was, I kept the faith. That's what I did. I kept the faith that everything would work itself out. And then 6 years after that, I lost my life partner of 26 years. And that was hard. That was real hard. We had went on vacation, and he died in the hotel room. And I watched him die. So that was like really hard. Very, very hard. And so all I know, when I was at that hotel room, they wanted me to stay another night. And I was like, no, he's at home. I got to go there. That's where he's at. He's at home. So we were in Ohio. So I drove straight home because I just knew that his spirit was here at home, you know. And so I turned that into a positive. He used to grow marijuana for me, for my pain. And so I decided that's what I was going to do. So I learned from YouTube. I self-taught myself to grow marijuana, and those plants were like trees. I couldn't even believe it. So I took all that and I infused it into coconut oil to make medicine for myself. And so I turned his death into a positive, and keeping his memory alive, I made medicine for myself. And then 9 months after that, I lost my brother. And I felt so bad because I was still grieving over my life partner, you know. And then my brother passed, and I couldn't even grieve for him properly because I was still grieving from his passing, you know. So that's when things started spiraling kind of out of control for me. I just like really stopped caring about myself a little bit, and my frequency was low, so I was attracting lower vibrational people. And it wasn't until I realized that every time I'd be around them and stuff, these people, I'd be sick or sick to my stomach, nausea, sleeping all the time. And I realized that it was them causing it. They were like ciphering my energy. I'm like learning all this new stuff. Because like I told you before, on my 55th birthday, I realized that I had a hidden gift, which was sight. And I started seeing all these beings all around me, which was a lot to take in. I freaked out, got curtains for my windows, was running around closing the curtains, and yeah, it was a lot to take in. I'm getting a little better about that now, though. I welcome it more. I think it's an honor. But I had suppressed that because I was scaring people when I was a kid, and I just wanted friends. So I suppressed that gift, which I can't believe I did, but I did. Which I have forgiven myself for that and moved forward. But anyways, I just thought I would kind of go over a little bit about my life, and not reading from a script. I just, I have a hard time, I have a hard time speaking, I guess. It's my throat chakra. But I'm getting more comfortable about it. So I just thought I would come on here and just talk about my story while I'm baking in the sun here. But it's all good. Makes me feel better. I love sitting out in the sun. It just makes my body feel so good. It makes me feel so good. But anyways, it was great talking to you guys, and I'm not up on if you want to subscribe to my channel, or I'm not up on all that kind of stuff. I'm still working on that. I just thought I'd come on here and share a little bit with everybody. Okay? So I hope you all have a great day, and remember, positive thoughts bring positive results. Okay? Love you guys. Okay, bye.